All right, welcome back to Careful Boys. Hey, Subie, how fucking sick was that Trump speech, bro?
Which one? The March 4th?
No, the one the recent, yeah, the one that was like 2 days ago.
It was pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Not gonna lie, I'm just like, I really try to pay attention to it and see what he's doing, what the plan is, most importantly.
Yeah.
He did explain it. And I think it was kind of crazy how he brought that kid up. And,
Yeah, you want to tell people what happened?
yeah, he brought this dude, this little kid with tumor, what is that, tumor? Brain tumor?
Yeah.
Cheers to you, man. Good luck, Bubba.
No, it's persimmon.
I just thought it was interesting that he gave him, the title of special agent.
Secret Service agent.
Service and special
He
agent.
gave him the title. Wow.
He gave him that title.
Yeah, the 13-year-old kid. He was wearing like a little cop outfit, right?
But he's wearing a NYPD outfit. But my thing is,
He's the world's youngest cop.
right? Is he
Wait, what does that even mean?
really going out on the street thinking he's a certified agent?
See, that's a problem, right?
So
Takes his job way too seriously.
Also, when you think about the job of a Secret Service agent, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Because their job is to take a bullet for the president of the United States.
That's their only goal.
And this particular president has actually gotten shot before.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a 13-year-old diving?
but if it was like a what do you call it? It's a secret agent, FBI, whatever, right? But then that's completely the wrong uniform. First of all, it's a straight up NYPD patrol outfit.
Maybe he's undercover.
As a cop?
Got the job. You just got the
He's a Secret Service
Have
undercover.
to change.
No, cheers, because that's a great thing. But the backlash on that is insane.
Yeah, people are being pretty mean about it online.
What are they
Insane.
saying? So are they making fun of the kid?
Bro, the kid, the dad, everything.
What are they saying about him?
Just like, yo, the dad messed up. Why would he do that to his kid? He messed up bringing this kid.
Why?
Stuff like that. Who knows? Because people who obviously don't like Trump, they're just gonna go all out.
The meanest possible.
I heard that Trump brought him on because there was a video of this kid getting bullied by other
Yes.
kids
With
at
that
a
too.
playground or something.
It was
So
on
he
the
brought him-
on the street actually.
But in this video, I heard he was dressed up as a security guard as well.
It was. Yeah.
Like that's just what he does for fun.
So far, I've only seen pictures of this kid in
a security guard.
Security guard outfit. Yeah.
Bro, if I was 13 and I dressed in a security guard outfit, I would get fucking bullied.
Same.
Well, anybody would.
Anybody would.
If you're 13, you dress like anything except for being a regular kid. You're getting smoked.
Especially because they're at that age where it's like if you try to enforce rules on kids, they're gonna hate you.
Yeah.
They're gonna set you on fire.
Dude, everyone fucks with a hall monitor.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what it is.
And
It's a
you
hall
can't
monitor.
say, hey, you can't bully that kid, because guess what? That makes that kid. That's like putting a
Oh
target
my
on
god,
him.
dude! Yes. Oh, absolutely.
That's like
It's a you put a bounty on this kid.
Yeah, dude.
When I was being bullied, I'd be like, please don't announce to the class not to bully me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna get you killed.
Oh please. And the
it's like
president
painting
does
a
it.
target for the military.
Oh my god, dude.
The most controversial president does it.
He's gonna get bullied even harder for help, like being with Trump.
The Dems are gonna.
Oh, the worst thing that can happen, yeah.
I just showed you this video of he's getting interviewed by a news reporter, and this little kid goes like, "I just have a message for all the Democrats out there. If you talk bad about Donald Trump, I'm about to be on your bumper."
I saw it. Yeah, you just showed it to me.
Oh my god. See, you can't act like that as a kid that's already being
Well,
bullied.
and if you're getting smoke already from the left, now you're asking for smoke from the left, brother.
The left is gonna come.
Everywhere
they're
he
gonna-
walks,
they're gonna go after you.
he's gonna get smoked because now he's so popular.
Yeah.
Well, plus all the kids are gonna be like, "You're not a real Secret Service agent, dude."
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Actually, officially I am," and that's the worst thing to say back.
Yeah.
It sucks because, like, I love when kids who are being bullied stand up for themselves, but you can't stand up for yourself as a bigger dork.
No.
Exactly.
Like, you can't
I have
do
a
it that
piece of
way.
paper that says otherwise, brother. It's like, ooh.
I had this video with Donald Trump.
Yeah, you can't do that, dude.
good.
You're just gonna get smoked hard.
Honestly, Donald Trump wrote his fucking death sentence. I
Yeah.
mean, it's social suicide.
Yeah, he did.
Now he's gonna have adults that are picking on him too.
For real, yeah.
Adults are picking on him.
It's already happening.
They're cyberbullying this kid.
It's already happening.
Like, that's all that's left to do when someone like that is, like, exalted. You're gonna make him bullyable.
Yeah. Damn. Sad.
Poor kid, man.
So
See what happens
other
with
than
this
that,
kid.
it was kind of crazy to see the Democratic Party really not applause or even stand or any type
Yeah,
of reaction, which is kind of crazy. I was
Quite
just like,
divisive
yeah.
right
When
now.
he was like saying there's nothing he could do or say that'll make him
I
happy.
could cure cancer.
That's hilarious.
He's like, and they wouldn't stand up or whatever. Yeah.
But that's classic for every president.
It's
isn't it?
political. They always do
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah, it's normal.
But I do think it's pretty damn like polar right now.
Oh, for sure.
Cause like Clinton era or like even Obama era, like it wasn't.
It was bad. If you were paying
Not like
attention to
this.
politics, like as a kid, like the Republicans were wild about Clinton. They wilded out about Clinton.
I think we're just way more tuned in now.
Like Monica Lewinsky scandal really set the Republican
God,
Party
yeah.
on fire, dude.
Love that.
They destroyed themselves to like try to impeach him for getting a BJ in office, which is like one of the sickest things you could ever get.
And he was already killing it too.
Yeah, he was crushing it.
Was he impeached for the blowjob or more so for the lie?
Probably the lie, huh?
Probably a blowjob.
Probably the blowjob.
Power dynamic.
Yeah, I think. Thought.
Like, what kind of man?
That's what I was reading about.
Yeah, blowjob at the White House. What the?
Because they had, remember Kenneth Starr? He was the special prosecutor at the time. He like interviewed Monica Lewinsky, Linda Tripp, all these people like in detail. He's like, where did Bill Clinton? What did he do with the cigar? Show me where he put it.
Put on the pussy.
Yeah, exactly. But he
And then she saved the cum stain.
yeah. But the reason why we know every detail of it, excruciating detail, is because Kenneth Starr, special prosecutor, the Republicans were digging like crazy.
Yeah.
They did a good job getting that out.
Oh yeah, because it destroyed the party.
Yeah.
It made them look like idiots. when
Well
Clinton
played,
was in.
honestly.
That's why Bush barely even won in 2000, in my opinion. I think he lost.
Oh yeah.
100 votes in Florida. Give me a break.
That was rigged for sure.
I think so.
That was the hanging chads. Was that the hanging chads?
Oh yeah, the hang
530
chads, yeah.
something.
No, they're saying that Al Gore won that election.
Yep.
Yeah. It got
Bush
jacked.
completely stole it.
I thought so.
Damn.
No.
I wonder what happened if Gore was president. That'd be nuts.
Probably we wouldn't have gone into 9/11.
Yeah, Iraq.
And we would have had the cleanest air ever.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Great beaches, beautiful
We
beaches.
would still have the polar ice caps, which melted.
We still have them.
He couldn't stop us from global warming, dude.
Maybe he wouldn't have been on that tip because during that time,
Yeah.
him losing was like, all right, I'm gonna focus on the environment.
Yeah, true.
So maybe
I'll
we
make $1
would,
billion doing this environmental shit.
I'm gonna start a war in Iraq.
Government contracts.
Yeah,
That's fire.
yeah.
So did they say that the I guess it's like an address, right? Presidential
Yeah,
address.
yeah.
It was like the longest ever in history.
And it felt like it.
Well, how long are they supposed to be normally?
I don't know, like an hour maybe.
I don't know, yeah, an hour.
I think he just want to let it
He
out.
went 90 minutes.
He's letting it out. He
It was
said,
a
"I don't
one-man
care.
show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it out."
He
It is-
listed out every day.
It is nice to have like whatever the, aside from everything else, it is nice to have a president that's coherently saying something.
Yeah, for once.
That's true.
Like for how long people acted like Biden was doing anything on podiums, it was staggering.
Yeah, why does no one
Then no one
on
wants
the
to-
left actually no one admits
You
it?
don't want to acknowledge like even if he's a great guy, like you don't want to acknowledge that this dude's not saying shit.
Well, now all of a sudden, did you see Jake Tapper's doing a book, the CNN guy? He's doing a book about how Biden is cognitively impaired. But he's one of the stooges for years who was saying Biden's sharp, he's killing it.
Have you
That's not
seen-
what everyone says. Who's in the White House? Blah blah blah.
Have you seen the campaign manager that leaked information about it? Her name is Lindy Lee. She was on
I've seen
Trump,
that.
right?
Yeah.
But now she works for Trump, so now people are like, "Oh, well, of course, right?"
Yeah.
But she was the first person on their side to leak it to the news about his cognitive health.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. I thought it was George Clooney. Remember George Clooney? He like wrote he went to a party, right? And he's like, I saw Biden. He's not right.
Yeah.
He's not normal. And he was there with Obama apparently.
Yeah.
And then he wrote an article in like, I don't know, Washington Post or some shit, or Times, like an op-ed about how Biden was cognitively all not there. So hella Dems are blaming
George Clooney.
for Kamala Harris stepping in and losing because they're like, you helped push him out. So George Clooney's like, I'm piecing out of politics for a while. Sorry, deuces.
I just think they didn't have any viable candidates that can compete.
I completely agree.
There's no one that's actually good. And
Pete
their campaign is-
Buttigieg sucks.
Yeah, but their campaign is all, do you want Trump? We're better. Anyone's better than Trump. And it's like, that's not good enough.
Trump equals Hitler doesn't work.
No.
Yeah, it's just not
It
valid.
doesn't work, brother. It just didn't work. So like
No.
you gotta do something about that.
Well, it just played out.
What else did he say in his address?
He's talking about no tax on tips.
He talked about the tariffs, the tax on tips, and just
Automotive industry, you were saying stuff about that.
I saw this like explanation of the tariffs that was like nonpartisan. It was like a nonpartisan explanation of the tariffs, and it basically was just saying like the objective is to get America's economy healthier again by being less dependent on foreign material and manufacturing.
yeah.
and that's it. It didn't have any other like. It just said like, yeah, he's charging because I guess like 2% or something of goods are bought from America from the countries that sell like 90-something%. Like the street is like uneven in terms of like how much we buy from other countries
Yeah, it's a
versus
trade deficit.
how much they buy from us.
Yep.
But also, the other countries tariffs us even more. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that. I really had no idea that Canada was actually taxing us insanely more than we were taxing them for their stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, when you look at how much it costs to have an American car in Asia,
Yeah,
you guys
it's crazy.
Have you seen those
Or
taxes?
India.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
It's unbuyable.
Yeah.
And only the richest people can have a Mustang in Singapore or some shit.
Yeah.
You don't want that in Singapore, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think no tax on tips would be really good.
Yep.
Because it's
And overtime
really-
too, I think. That's a huge.
That's so working class. That's gonna help the working class.
That's a big W.
And then if I'm a CEO, I just take all my salary and tips.
But where are we at that? Are we?
What's the hack for that though? Is there a way to take advantage of it?
What do you mean?
I think that's what I just said.
To no tax on tips?
If I'm Bill Gates, I'm like,
Well,
oh, they paid me $1, but I got a fucking couple $1 million.
I'm saying, yeah. That's what I'm looking.
well, what people did in the past, like they just didn't claim their tips, but everyone did cash.
Yeah.
But the legal way you're supposed to do is like you have your hourly wage and then you get your tip, and then they basically tax you on the income.
Well, now when you
Depending on which state, right? So people are like, dude, like this is tip, but you're still taxing me like 20-30%.
right.
That's not fair, right? And I think like that money goes a long way for a server.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, what's the pushback on that?
No tax on tip?
Yeah.
There's no negative to it.
So there's no opposite side saying that's a bad idea in any way.
Oh, I don't
Kamala
know.
Harris came out for it immediately, remember?
Yeah.
But now
I don't
the Dems didn't even stand up for it. I thought that was kind of whack because I was like, I thought you guys were about that.
I think the Dems don't want to do anything that's not their idea.
Yeah.
Because they can't take credit for it.
Because me and my mom, I like talking to my mom about this stuff because she's heavily like liberal, and she's like, "Oh, Trump is ruining everything with these tariffs."
That's this talking point that I hear a lot of
and I
people
was
say.
like-
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
But like, how is it? How like, what's the massive negative?
Well, so like the stock market's been very uncertain because of the tariffs.
Right.
But we've been in a recession.
Well, not quite because recession's 2 quarters negative growth. So we just had our first negative quarter.
But does
So if we get one more,
Then it's
does the objective of if the plan with the tariffs shakes out and America's economy does improve because we're manufacturing our own goods, there's more jobs, is that a likely outcome or is that a dream that won't happen?
I don't know enough about this topic though, because like the theory behind it is there's clearly a deficit with the trade, and so we're just trying to make up for it. So that, and we're also trying to encourage American companies to manufacture in-house to stimulate our economy.
Yeah.
you don't pay
So
tariffs
it's
if you
more like-
manufacture here.
Right.
It's like it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, which is one, we're offsetting the imbalance so that other countries are having to pay. Another one is we're trying to get American companies or companies that operate in America in general to manufacture here. So if foreign countries are just like, well, it is cheaper to maybe manufacture in Mexico and then send it into America, maybe they'll be incentivized to go, maybe I'll open up a plant in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that's the idea behind it.
But historically, has it happened before?
I don't know.
That's the thing where I'm like, if they're just saying, oh, every time we raise tariffs in this way, we get economic restructuring and improvement. But if it's never happened, is that really what the goal is? Or
Well,
is,
it depends because I don't think since the 90s, well, since before that, we have had this huge trade deficit that Joe's talking about.
Yeah.
Ross Perot ran on this particular topic, talking about the sucking sound coming from, overseas because they're taking all this American manufacturing and they're exporting it overseas, and then all those jobs are going over there.
yeah.
So
Because it
I know
sounds
the-
correct. Like, it sounds
Yeah.
like when I was watching that nonpartisan explanation, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like common sense. But is the fight against it? Are they saying, no, that won't even happen even with this? It's for some other kind of greedy objective.
Well, I know one argument for people that are against it. They're saying that all it does is it punishes American companies. So
and the consumer. They say that because the price goes to the
yeah.
consumer.
So we'll have to end up forking out the hikes
Right.
and the cost.
Right.
So they're. But what I heard is this. He was saying how like it's an American company that has to pay the tariff to import the stuff. So then you're not actually getting China or Vietnam or whoever's trying to import. It's not their companies. It's an American company trying to get their product in that they have to pay. Yep. So eventually, it's just still Americans having to pay more money.
I see. Yeah.
Well, it's like how. So it's like how. I think the what's that shitty car? The Ford.
Escort.
One of those.
Ford
They just
F-150.
said that they're gonna manufacture it in like Indiana because they were gonna manufacture it, I think, in Mexico.
Well, they make the Bronco and the Bronco Sport in Mexico, right?
Yeah. I think a bunch of them.
Yeah, because there's two types of Broncos, right? The Sport is made in Mexico. The other one's made here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the big ass Bronco
They
and
make a
small
bunch
Bronco.
in
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah. That.
But they
yeah.
just announced that they're the Taurus, I think, one of the shittiest.
Oh, Taurus. Yeah.
But the most
So
common.
then it looks like it's aimed more at like the largest side of industry. Like you were saying, if you're just a guy that makes, I don't know, fucking hoodies in China, then you probably can't afford to like change your business structure to just.
No, I think the goal is to stimulate American manufacturing again because like if you think about how well, for example, foreign cars are actually more domestic than domestic cars. And what I mean by that is like BMW, Toyota, they have manufacturing plants in the States. Most of it is done here because they have to, right? If they import a finished car, it actually costs them way fucking more. So they're incentivized to manufacture in the States, but not American companies. So that's why Ford and all them can move out of Detroit and fucking open up plants in Mexico and assemble out there and then bring it over.
Well, then wouldn't the argument be then if you want the American people to buy more American products, then you have to improve the fucking quality of American shit. Because that's the reason
I
why
agree.
they started buying Chinese stuff
Dude,
in the first
that's-
place.
100%.
That's why we have a Hyundai, dude. Because Ford started sucking over here.
Because
Yeah,
apparently
Hyundai's
it's like
Korean.
it's like the worst car, right? Like Ford is American cars in general.
I've had bad luck with Ford.
Rams, right?
Yeah, I think it's universally understood that like American cars are
You always go Japanese.
shittier. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Just in general, yeah.
That's why it's kind of like the global competition is beating us because they can manufacture better and they have a different philosophy. Whereas like we just got outcompeted. And not only that, also with labor.
Yeah.
So like when you have American companies, there's so many laws with unions and things like that to where if you want to innovate and adjust and be quick to compete, you can't. So a lot of domestic car companies can't compete with European and Japanese because they have a system of figuring out how to just like improve things quicker and faster and better.
Right. That's the part that I am afraid of is that I understand like the idea of like get people to buy more American shit, but then it feels less like give you a good reason to do it versus leave you with no other choice. It feels like there's also an angle to this that's like let's make it so Americans can only buy American shit regardless of the quality, and I think that's fucked.
Well, I think that's why a lot of people are so like upset
Yeah.
with that too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the other
Regardless,
side of it.
both
Because
sides.
like we do have like okay, so we do have Toyota in America, right? And they do have good quality, but it's made here. So then we are capable of good manufacturing under good leadership.
Yeah.
And if we have enough variety, there's enough competition to be like, that's a shit product, I'm not gonna buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I don't know, like let's say if we only had like one or two companies, we don't have many options, and that's when it becomes like Soviet Russia where the quality of something sucks.
So the tariffs don't affect, let's say, like buying a Toyota here.
No.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, if they manufacture in America.
Anything that's manufactured in America.
I don't think it would because they already comply with the laws to manufacture here.
Oh, okay.
So like those terrorists, the reason why, like, you know how we used to have hella Japanese electronics and then it swapped over to Korean?
Yeah.
Is because they put so many tariffs on Japan or like rules because the competition was so difficult to American electronics and all that.
They couldn't keep up.
They couldn't keep up. And then so Japanese car makers were coming in and they put in hella laws and then they complied. So that's why Toyota, Honda, Nissan, all them, they can exist in the US because they complied with all those laws. So now they're more domestic than actual domestic car companies.
Yeah.
So if you're buying from Temu, it's going to be more expensive.
It can be. It can be.
But it's
Temu
still
has-
dirt cheap.
Temu has places here now, though.
Paid shipping.
Do they really?
Yeah, Temu has warehouses here now.
They have manufacturing out here?
I don't know. I don't know about that. Probably not.
I'm sure they'll find a loophole too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
because
we're
like
worried about.
certain things are made in America if it's over 60% done here. So like let's say you can get the fabrics or whatever you want, and maybe you assemble it here, or like maybe you do a finishing, like put a tag on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these rules of like what's considered made in America or not, and not everything's 100% made in America when you see that tag.
If it was true all the time that like in order for us to recover from the instability of relying on foreign products and manufacturing, that it was going to take a dip economically to get there, then I can understand why this is going to happen. But if it never delivers, then that's pretty fucked.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
I don't know if there's an example of it actually successfully working outside of the car example I have, because I think the opposite has been happening where everything has been offshored. So we haven't seen things come back. And not just America, but any country that becomes wealthy. They offshore all the labor. So the UK, they don't have any like, they're not doing anything like manufacturing and coal mining and things that they used to do, steels, all that. Everything's China. Everything's Southeast Asia. So we, with globalization, we offshored so much labor that I've never seen an example of that coming back to a wealthy country.
You know what Trump could do? We get bipartisan support instantly. He could, because you know how he just declared the cartels
Yeah.
Tariffs.
You declare the call centers terrorist organizations, dude, and start
Indian call
droning those buildings. If he was droning those buildings, I think everybody in America would stand up and clap.
Dude,
Yeah.
Be so sick.
that would be nice. That would be nice.
right. Like, target acquired.
Because
Clear.
that's removing so much elderly money from our country and putting it in other
shit.
nations.
I hope that gets to Trump.
Yep. And healthcare.
Clip it.
I really wonder if manufacturing will ever come back. Like,
Yeah.
It's a big question mark, right?
Yeah.
Because you wonder if it's like, all right, if this will work. Like, this would be a crazy play if you could pull it off.
Apple apparently is doing a plant here.
Wow.
in California?
Not in California, but in America, somewhere.
So $5,000 iPhones. That's what everyone says, right? Oh, it's gonna be $5,000 now. We'll see. We'll see how this shakes out.
If you think about it, though, because we do the Foxconn plants over there, and they pay those people dog shit, and like they have to have nets to keep
true.
from committing suicide.
Damn.
They ain't paying them well.
Another funny thing is like how we always talk about how like it's so American to like do it this way, but all of the highest American companies rely on so much offshore shit
Yeah,
that
dude.
it's like
Dude,
hilarious.
look at Teslas and the cobalt mining, brother.
Like, it's so-
The
it's
cobalt
so
mining
hypocritical
alone,
and, like,
bro.
hilarious to hear them be like, "No, we got to get America back to where it was."
Yeah, it's like, all right.
Come on, you guys started that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That's why I don't like all this minutia, detailed conversations. I just like. Wait, did you guys hear that? Trump. Trump. Shit like
From
that.
sea
Yeah.
to shining sea.
America!
That's my shit.
Just wave the flag. Don't even do homework.
Yeah.